It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on the Lions' creative quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Lions and the Raiders under the lights on Monday night.
Downtown between... Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 89 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to... Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw caught at about the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Trey McBride hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. So far, been so good this season, well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw here. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Good by Dicker, and it's now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And now here come the Raiders. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore. Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Jamison Williams doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it is 28-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's Myers again with another catch. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Hardman on the return. Oh, some strong running. There's a nice move. Yards, and the Lions will take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now,
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ken Walker with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions just continue to roll. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got it. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Now Abdullah, the return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And careless with a football there on the kick return. And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are pouring it on. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there? Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the rout is on here in this first half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward. So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got them. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost. Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position. Here we go. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
Here we go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time? Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's go now.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. They can't stop us.
Looking to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions extend their lead yet again. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half.
72. Raiders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Back to throw again. Rolling to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. give defense the credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He finds his man. Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the... Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Here's Hardman to return. Fighting his way through contact.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute, but first...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of this entry club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Sliding out of the pocket. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he's taken down inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 29 yards. And the Lions just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Now a hit and a loose football. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Garoppolo.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. On play action, now Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, has it knocked loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something.
And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched him. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Quentin Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. A solid stiff arm. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 66 yards. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A gain of 14. First down, Raiders.
Garoppolo on first down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
The 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. There, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see?
Touchdown! Jamison Williams, 63 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they...
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenneth Walker. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams finding the end zone yet again. And the Lions are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out come the Raiders. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. Going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground. And
now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was really sharp and resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Russell. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
They can't beat us straight up. Let's go now. Let's go.
Ready?
A good position to be in here, second and inches. They'll set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't.